What's up, everybody? Welcome to Part.2 of this July 2018 update. This is going to be the Blu-ray portion, just the blue rizzles. And yeah, they've stacked up because, of course, I haven't done an update in like the last 3 months. So there's got to be roughly 100 here, I swear to God. But without further ado, let's get right into this. First up here is Day of the Beast. This is the Spanish release of this film. It doesn't have a Region 1 release, I believe it doesn't. This is a film from 1995, and it's a hidden gem. It really is a hidden gem. I always knew about this movie, but I could never see it because it didn't have a release, you know, for a long time. And somebody gave it to me as a review for Patreon. So, of course, I had to stoop to the, you know, the gray areas of the internet and watch it that way and fell in love with it. It's such a blast. It's such a fucking funny ass movie. It's got a great premise. I'm not going to get into a lot of these movies because if you want to hear my complete thoughts on it, just check out the review. It's on some podcast recently anyways, but this is really awesome. Fantastic stuff. And yes, it does, you know, it has English subtitles and shit like that, so but really great stuff. Hidden gem from 95. Check it out. Day of the Beast. Oh yeah. Alright, so put that right there. Trying to figure out, because I'm in my studio here. It's not where I usually record these updates, but next up, Terrifier. Yes. We've got Art the Clown, the full-length film of Art the Clown. You know, this was actually pretty good, man. It's got some really good gore. I thought it was shot pretty well. It's just the story was just so damn lacking in this movie. Again, our full thoughts are on the podcast. Actually, all three of us did kind of a joint review on this one. But it was fun for what it was. It really was. I enjoyed it. It's great indie stuff, really. But yeah, I mean, the biggest problem with the film is kind of the structure of it and what they did with the main characters and shit like that. And I think it was, you know, really, really effective. Everything was really effective in the first half of the film. And then the second half, it just kind of falls apart, in my opinion, a little bit. But overall, it was still a really fun film. I highly recommend it. One of the better indie films of the year I've seen. But yeah, it's mean-spirited. It's good stuff. Terrifier. Victor Crowley here from Dark Sky Films. This is another one. The review for this film is not out yet. We're kind of working on this episode, piecing it together. So my thoughts on this one will be coming up soon. But you know, it was okay. It really was okay. It's kind of, you know, what I found out during the interview during the review was, JP was talking about it with Derek, about, you know, how it's kind of a gateway film for the next one, which makes a lot more fucking sense. After you, like, when you watch this film, you're kind of like, what the fuck? And my girl, Tiffany, man, she always has a rough go in these films. But I don't know, man. It had some decent. It has one really amazing death in this film that you just can't forget. You can't forget. Very memorable. Victor Crowley. It's all right. Next up here is The Devil Incarnate, Paul Naschy flick. I've yet to actually watch this one, so I need to get around to checking this out, man. Because I feel like I've watched a lot of Naschy in like the last year. Since those Naschy sets came out, and a lot of Naschy films are getting good releases. So I still need to check this one out, but I heard this one's really good too. From Mondo Macabro. Next up here from Severin, we got Violence in Women's Prison. This is a Vincent Dawn, aka Bruno Mattei film that I have not checked out yet. But I love me some women in prison films. You know, it's just going to be a sleazy ass film. Every woman in prison film is sleazy as fuck, really. But Bruno Mattei, I expect there to be some stock footage in there. Like all of his fucking movies. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. Comes in a nice little fancy black case. Pretty cool. Next up here from Slasher Video and Olive Films is Victims. I couldn't pass this up, man. I thought it was like a pricing error. All the Blu-rays / slasher films in Canada are always so expensive, and this movie was like, shit, man, it was like under, I think it was $8.99 or $9.99, I don't know, it was like under $10 a Blu-ray. I do understand probably why, because I've heard the transfer on this just beyond atrocious. It's one of those films that really shouldn't be on Blu-ray. It doesn't matter if it's on Blu-ray or DVD. It's going to look the same regardless. But it's one I still need to check out. I've actually never checked this out before, so... I love how these things all have disclaimers. Victims is presented using the best available elements provided by Slasher Video, not sourced from an HD master, remastered from a Beta SP and upconverted to Blu-ray and DVD specifications. God, doesn't that sound horrible? It just makes it sound so bad. I heard the movie's not that bad though, so just the transfer is. Itchy the Killer, had to upgrade this. I still have that Itchy the Killer Blood Pack DVD thing that came out from Tokyo Shock, I believe, years ago, which, you know, dried up after 6 months. It's completely just nothing in there, like everyone's blood packs, dude. This is classic Takashi Miike, man. It's violence. It's just amazing, good fun. I've yet to check out the transfer on this, but I heard it's really good, actually, from Wilco USA. Fucking cheap Blu-ray, too, man. Super cheap. From Synapse, Suspiria finally came out after that, what, like 5-year wait for this. But, you know, to be honest, I have to say that it was kind of worth it because this transfer is phenomenal. Like, I have yet to watch the whole thing. I started to watch some of the features on here, like the actual feature-length film. I've seen Suspiria a million times, obviously. I just wanted to see what it looked like. It's beautiful. Man, the colors, whew, they did such a phenomenal job with this. Synapse is, you know, very criticized for taking forever to put out their films, but, you know, you kind of get what you wait for, though. You know, you get a good product. And I'm glad that they, you know, they put the love into what they're, you know, what they're trying to accomplish and put out, because they're doing it properly. That's a good thing. Need more companies like this. But, yeah, man, Suspiria 2-disc edition, which I actually got a relatively good price on this. I know this thing was going for like ridiculous money right away, but I somehow got a decent one on it. I was quite surprised. I didn't pay as much as other people paid. Or maybe I paid, you know, probably about average. I don't know. I think it was going as high as 50, which was insane, but that's just ridiculous. Next up here from VCI is The Aftermath. This is one I never hear anybody talk about. It's a Section 3. It made the Section 3 Video Nasties list. Why it made the Section 3 Video Nasties list? I don't know, man. Let me know if you have any ideas, because this is actually a good movie that doesn't have any of the elements that would put it on a Video Nasty list. It doesn't have the nasty gore. I mean, it's just not a bad film, you know? I meant bad in, like, you know, those type of ways. It's pretty good shit, man. It's basically a post-apocalyptic film about these guys that come down from, they come down from space after, you know, from the spaceship and stuff, and they find Earth in shambles. And now they got to fight off basically Sid Haig's character, who's, you know, kind of running this big gang and shit like that. Sid Haig is fucking mean in this. It's awesome. But great film, man. It's got a really cool backdraft. I love the way the film looks. And I have to say, this is probably one of the better VCI Blu-rays I've ever seen. In fact, most of the releases are fucking terrible. Which I think I was talking about in part 1 with, you know, the Dr. Black, Mr. Hyde film. But, yeah, man, this is definitely worth checking out, man. Aftermath, if you like post-apocalyptic films, if you're a fan of Sid Haig, you gotta check it out. It's good stuff. Steve Bark is fucking pretty cool in the film too, man. He does a good job. From Camp Motion Pictures, I had to do it. I had to pick up Ghastlies. I've yet to watch it, but it's like a little small creature feature, and I'm always intrigued by small creature features. So they just don't make a shit ton of small creature features. Don't know why. I mean, they should probably make more of them. It's probably pretty bad, but you know, that's kind of what you're getting yourself into when you purchase a Camp Motion Pictures film. So looking forward to checking that little bad Larry out. From Troma, SX Space Bin. This one was purchased solely on the cover art, but I'm a big Troma fan, so I thought this one actually sounded pretty interesting. Can't wait to check it out. Hopefully the cover art, you know, does, you know, helps out the film justice. I don't know. You never know. And this one right here, Hectic Knife. Hectic Knife. I gotta read the synopsis on the back here. This shit made me laugh. Hectic Knife is the story of Hectic Knife. A new kind of superhero. Follow him on his bloody adventure through the scum-filled streets as he slays bad guys, girlfriends, and bagels. Hectic Knife is crazy, unforgettable comedy that'll blow your brains out. That sounds fucking awesome. This dude's slaying bagels? That's, I mean, you could take that in a little bit of a racist way too. Like, are the bagels code for Jews? No, I'm just fucking around. I don't know, man. And it appears to me, unless the screenshots on the back are just done in black and white, it says it's in color, but I think that's it. They did the screenshots in black and white, which I always find that very misleading and very odd that they would do that. But when I read the synopsis of this, I was crying. I was like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I gotta check it out. But Trauma, and it was actually really cheap too. This one pissed me off. This pissed me off. New Vestron Gothic. Came without a slipcover. Fuck. Now I gotta figure out a way to get the damn slipcover. And I'm not even a slipcover nut. It's just if I have a whole collection of slipcovers and then one doesn't come with one, now it's just my OCD's bugging the shit out of me. Actually, we'll get more into the slipcover thing in a bit here when I get into my Shaw Brothers 88 films. But, yeah, Gothic, man. You know, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with this film. I don't mind this movie. When I first watched this film years ago, I hated it. I thought it was so fucking stupid. It's basically a very tripped out version of Mary Shelley's telling of how she came up with the idea for Frankenstein. And it's very, very strange, man. Ken Russell's like a master of strangeness in his films. I don't know what it is. It just feels like no other type of film. It's very odd. This is not for everybody. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting title for Vestron to be putting out, just based on, you know, the quality of type, what kind of film it is. It doesn't really fit the mold of the rest of them. It's like, it's not a fun movie. It's one that it kind of drains you when you watch it a little bit. It's very odd. If you've never seen it, you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe check it out. But if you've seen it, you probably do know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Gothic. I do like the film. I rewatched it for the 86 show again. And I thought it was good. You know, I was enjoying it. I was enjoying it for what it was, but it's a mood film. It's a mood film. Miami Connection. You know what? I think I put the. Oh, I did too. Did an unboxing for Vinegar Syndrome stuff, and this was in there. But Miami Connection. But I rewatched this again. Holy fuck balls. This has got to be one of the funniest movies ever made. It's so batshit insane. It has some of the craziest action scenes. The soundtrack is just phenomenal. I mean, like I said when I did the unboxing to this video, or for this, you got to see it to believe it. It is that good. It's one of those films where you finish it, and then you're like, I want to start that motherfucker over. You know? It's that good, man. It's bad, but it's so good. Just, you gotta check it out, man. You gotta check out Miami Connection. It's amazing. So damn good. Another one that's really good and kind of overlooked in my opinion is The Horseman. This is an Aussie revenge film, basically about this guy that's getting revenge for his daughter's death. She gets involved in like a porn racket, and she's found dead. And yeah, he goes out on, you know, he goes out of his way to take out everybody that was involved with making the pornos and who was involved with fucking her and everybody. This was good shit, man. What's the main character's name? Peter Marshall? Oh, he's fucking awesome in this movie. I love his demeanor. I like the way he presents himself in this film. The revenge is believable, actually. You know, it's like some revenge films that are just so, like, it's like watching Death Wish films. And I'm not putting down the Death Wish films. I love the Death Wish films. But, like, some of it's just so ridiculous. You're like, that just couldn't happen. I don't know. I think some of this could. I enjoyed the shit out of this, man. The Horseman, fucking awesome Aussie exploitation film. Check it out. Exploitation. The World's End. This was actually a first time watch for me. This was another show picked Patreon style for 22 shots. And I'd always kind of put off this film because I'm not a big fan of Shaun of the Dead at all. I've never been a big fan of it. I don't find it that funny. And, you know, to be honest, man, I'm just not really a big Simon Pegg fan. Like, I just, you know, until I watch this one. This has a great premise. This is right up my alley. It's basically about Simon Pegg, who's a complete alcoholic, and he wants to relive the days of this adventure that they never completed, which was making it to the world's end. And what it was is they had, I think it's 12 pubs. They have to drink a pint at each pub, and when you get to the world's ends, you know, you accomplish your goal. But they never finished it back in their college days. Now it's like all these years later, and he's gathered up the boys, and they're going to do this again, and it just goes haywire from there. I personally thought this was fun as hell. Yeah, lots of good stuff going on in this one. Yeah, it was fun. Mega Shark vs. Mecha Shark. Yes. Seal copy. I watched this on, I believe on Netflix. Oh, this is fun. Super, super fun. I love me some shitty ass shark films. Debbie Gibson, I think she's in a couple of these, man. But fun stuff. 47 Meters Down. I've still yet to check this out. I heard this is really good. This is obviously the re-release. I think the original title was... Fuck, I can't remember what the hell it was. 47 Meters Down. Heard good things. Can't wait to check it out. We got some Tremor 6 here. A Cold Day in Hell. We also did a review for this. Now, this movie, you know, again, I always put myself out there and say that the Tremors franchise is one of the better franchises in reality. You know, the first 5 films all have redeemable qualities to them. You know, it's a pretty solid franchise. This film, it's fun. It's solid. I think my biggest complaint with this movie was that, you know, it's kind of dubbed that it's going to be in the wintertime. And there's really only an opening scene. This takes place in northern Canada, in Nunavut, I think it is. But it takes place during the summertime. And, you know, for the people that know a little bit of Canadian geography and stuff, a little about Canada, that there's not snow up here all year round. So it's not very snowy. It doesn't have that cold appeal to it. It doesn't have that snowy background. That was kind of a downfall to this, and I thought that kind of hurt the film a little bit. I think it would have worked a lot better if it was in the snow. But it's still fun. I really enjoyed it. Michael Gross is excellent. Jamie Kennedy, their chemistry in the film was fantastic, and it's definitely worth checking out, man, if you like the Tremors films. Good stuff. So that's it for kind of like the normal whatever stuff here. We'll get into another huge stack over here. Yeah, we got lots of shit to get through here. From Umbrella, we've got Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet. Man, I like how they did that too. They put that on the back. It's really cool. I believe there's... Oh, no, it's just the reverse is just the one without their logo on it. Which is kind of cool they do that. You know, I rewatched this again. Transfer's fantastic from Umbrella. It's still a really good film. You know, I really enjoy the hell out of this film. And Gary Busey's fantastic in it. Corey Haim's Corey Haim. You know, he was never, like, you know, the greatest actor in the world. But he's Corey Haim. He was okay. But it's fun, man. It's just, it's a good movie. I like the way this thing all breaks down and, like, who the werewolf ends up being and shit. It's cool, man. It's a fun film. It's a very nostalgic film for me. I remember checking this one out way back in the 80s and actually kind of freaking me out a little bit. I don't know what it was. That scene on the bridge with the fireworks and shit, just, I don't know. It did it to me. But Silver Bullet, fun stuff. And then we picked up the new Drive-In Delirium trailer compilation, the new batch, which is just ridiculously awesome. 373 minutes. I'm not sure if that's including the 90-minute of just standard VHS Delirium bonus trailers and stuff, but this thing is like 7 hours long. Ridiculous. 175 mind-blowing trailers, uncensored, remastered in high definition. One thing I love about these Umbrella releases is that they actually give you the list of every trailer that's in there. It's fucking cool, man. I like that. I mean, a lot of trailer comps do that. And if you don't have the other Deliriums, there they are. Those are also fantastic. If you're into trailer comps, so much fun. I actually played this the other night. We were playing poker after I went and see Mad Child on Friday. And it was great, great stuff to have in the background, man. Really, really good stuff. Fantastic. Picked up a couple of these Double Play. I think that's the company that's putting these out. They're Hammer, released by Double Play. I think that's what it is. The Devil Rides Out, which is a fantastic movie. Still haven't checked out this Blu-ray yet, but these are expensive, man. They're still going for like 12 to 14 pounds. I'm waiting for them to drop like I always wait. But these ones are just not fucking dropping, man. It's crazy. Yeah, classic Terrence Fisher stuff, man. Christopher Lee. Love this movie. Can't wait to check out the transfer on that one. And Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, which is one I've been after for years. I did watch this Blu-ray. It looks fantastic. It's a great film. It's a cool idea for a film, man. Like taking the Jekyll and Hyde story and kind of twisting it up a little bit. And I think this is fantastic. It's got great atmosphere. It's got great acting. The set pieces are awesome in this. It's everything you want in a Hammer film, man. Yeah, I'm so happy to see this come to Blu-ray. Fucking awesome. I picked up a couple Eurekas here. White Dog. I had never seen this movie before, and this was a first-time watch from 1982. And it's basically about this dog that has been trained to attack black people. It's like this racist dog, and called White Dogs. And this girl ends up taking in this animal because she hits it with her car. And, you know, the dog's okay because she's white and stuff, and then it attacks blacks. And then she realizes that this dog is bad, and so, but she doesn't want to put it down. She wants it to be, you know, retrained to be normal. So they take it to this, you know, this, kind of this Hollywood trainer. You know, he trains animals for films and stuff to correct this dog. It's a fucking cool movie, man. Cool story. It's very, very different. You don't see a lot of films like this. I can see why this was so controversial when it came out because, you know, it's very racist, actually. But it doesn't portray itself as a straight-up racial film. It's just, you know, the idea behind it. But Samuel Fuller did a great job with this one. That was fantastic. And then I also picked up The Skull. This is a great movie. I can't wait to check out this Blu-ray, man, because, you know, every time I've watched The Skull, the transfer's been shitty. So I'm sure it's not, because these Eurekas are fantastic. So, yeah. Yeah, The Skull. Good stuff. Oh, yeah. Moving along into these Code Red titles. Yeah, actually, we'll start with a couple Scorpions. Pick up The Church, just the standard edition of The Church, because this one is like, it's less than half the amount that the special edition costs, and to be honest, I don't need all those features and stuff, so this was really cheap. And I was a little bit worried actually when I picked it up because I thought that, you know, it being so cheap, and generally with sometimes the Scorpion and Code Red, titles that are a little bit cheaper, you know, they skimp out on the transfers and shit. No, this looked really good. This looked really damn good. I was quite impressed with this. Yeah. The Church, can't go wrong with it, man. Great stuff from Mikhail Suave. And then I also picked up Human Experiments. Now, when I first picked this up, I got this from Ronin, and I actually thought this was a Code Red title. When it came in with Scorpion, I was like, oh shit, Scorpion. But I was so happy that they were putting this out because now I'm only missing 3. No, I'm only missing 2. 2? Or is it 2? I think I'm only missing 2. I have all the prosecuted video nasties now, and I have all but 2 of the non-prosecuted ones. And Section 3, I'm missing like 15 of the 92. So I'm getting really close to getting everything. Pretty much everything I don't have, it hasn't been released. Actually, pretty much everything doesn't have a release. But this is one that didn't, and now I got one, so that's fucking awesome. Yet to check this one out. I've never seen this film before, but it's got Jeffrey Lewis in it. Like, that's crazy. That's cool stuff. Code Red titles. Serpent's Lair. This is one I actually didn't even know about. I didn't really even know this was a Code Red title. I picked this up because this movie came out, I believe in the 90s. Like 95 or something like that. And I was like, man, I gotta check this out. It's a like 90s film I didn't know about, so that's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I can't, is there a date on here? Nah, fuck. Whatever, moving along. The Carrier from Code Red. This is a fun movie. I really enjoyed the shit out of this, man. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, actually, before we move along. And The Boneyard, which I was happy to see finally get an HD transfer, which is another really fun-ass movie. If you've never seen The Boneyard, check it out. It's fantastic stuff. Definitely better than that full-screen DVD bullshit that I have. But this shit cracked me up. This actually really cracked me up. Fucking Code Red. Always making mistakes on the releases. Constantly making mistakes. Look at that shit. If that's gonna focus properly. I don't know if that's gonna focus. 162 on both titles. They're both 162. So for the people that have like insane OCD, see, I think that they're just both 162. I don't think there's 161 missing or 163 or anything. I think they're just 162. It's fucking bizarre. But both good films though. Really fun. Picked up the Violent Professionals, Eurocrime stuff. Yeah, man. Oh, this is awesome, man. Martino has been getting lots of films have been getting releases, man. This is fantastic though. Yeah, man. Good stuff from Sergio Martino right there. The Last Hunter, I had to upgrade. I do have the Dark Sky Films DVD that was crazy I had to print. That thing was going for stupid money. And yeah, man, I was like, that's just gonna come out on Blu-ray one day. This is, fuck, man, if you've never seen The Last Hunter, man, you gotta check this shit out, man. It's fantastic. Antonio Margaretti, actually goes by Anthony M. Dawson on here, but it's Margaretti. This is crazy. This is like phenomenal shit right here, man. You gotta check it out if you like those kind of war films. The Electric Chair, which is Code Red #1. Still have yet to check it out. Don't really know much about it. It's kind of plays itself off like it's real. I doubt it is. So yeah, Electric Chair. We got Mark of the Witch, which I did watch. It's fantastic. I really enjoyed the shit out of this, man. I was expecting it to be a lot more low budget and kind of cheesier and shit, but I don't know, man. I like these type of witch films. This one had kind of a cool story, kind of a cool breakdown in it. Yeah, it was a fun little quick watch, man. 77 minutes. If you like witch films, check out Mark of the Witch. Good stuff. Finally happy to get a copy of that too. I thought I'd missed out on that. I couldn't find it for a while. And I grabbed this one, man, because it was, when I grabbed Human Experiments, I was like, I might as well grab something else. And this one it was on sale for $9.99 on the Ronin's website. I believe, yeah, it was Ronin. And that's Mind Ripper, also known as The Hills Have Eyes 3. I don't know why it's known as The Hills Have Eyes 3. It's not a Hills Have Eyes film, but it's known as Mind Ripper. It's a bad movie, but, you know, I couldn't resist. It's been a while since I've seen it, but had to go for it for 10 bucks. I mean, you just never find Code Red titles for that cheap. You really don't. I gotta move this. I have this sitting on this chair. These shits are gonna fall over the place. All right. Well, let's get into the. Oh no, I got a couple more here. Scorpion and Code Red related. This is what's the new company? Dark Force Entertainment. Picked up offerings. Just an upgrade for me again. I like this movie, man. It's essentially a Halloween ripoff. That's like remotely not even close to being as good, of course. But it's got its moments, though, man. It's got its moments. It's the fucking ending of this movie is so damn cheesy. I don't know, man. It's just. I watched the other night again. I was like shaking my head, going, "Oh my god, it's so bad." But it's okay. Oh, it even says right on the back, heavily borrowed from the original Halloween. I never read the back. Anyways, and then Primal Scream. No, this is not the Motley Crue song. This is Primal Scream. This is actually a pretty fun film. I will say, man, the artwork's better than the movie itself. But it's a strange one. It's actually kind of a strange movie. It's enjoyable. It's got like sci-fi kind of... Just check it out. It's worth the watch. Primal Scream. Pretty cool stuff. That's number 3. And apparently this is number 1. I didn't even realize these things were even numbered from Dark Force Entertainment. I don't know what number 2 is. I'm not sure if I have it or not, but whatever. Scream Factory stuff. Huge fucking stack. Ridiculous. Let's just grab a bunch here. Dr. Blood's Coffin, which I am so happy this came out on Blu-ray and I can get rid of my shitty ass gray market fucking bootleg DVD bullshit that I had. Yeah, this is a fun movie, man. Really great atmosphere and shit. What year did this one come? 1962. Shit. That's crazy. I thought it was actually 1961. I thought it was earlier than that, actually. But yeah, Dr. Blood's Coffin. Fucking love that cover art, man. It's so fantastic. Good shit. Caged Fury with Eric Estrada. Oh my god, this movie. I watched this a couple months ago. My memory's a little bit vague on it, but it's kind of like this odd women in prison type film that, you know what, I don't want to give it away, but like the ending of this film is just crazy. It's so insane. It's basically about this girl that moves to Hollywood to become the next thing. And what happens is she ends up getting arrested and she gets thrown in prison, basically falsely imprisoned. And then her sister goes there to find her, and then same thing happens to her. And then they kind of realize that all these girls in prison are like, we didn't really do anything, you know, like what the fuck is going on? And it kind of goes out of control there. But before that, she meets this guy like Eric Estrada, and he's out to save them and shit. Eric Estrada. You know this shit's gonna be badass when Eric Estrada's in it, man. Go Chips. Fuck yeah. The House of Drip Blood. You know the irony is about this film is that this movie is called The House That Drip Blood, right? There is literally not one drop of blood in this movie. Not one. I always thought that was insane. Yeah, it's an anthology film. I've always loved this one. It's not mind-blowingly good, but all the stories are entertaining. They're very entertaining. What's her name? Ingrid Pitt. Oh, the Ingrid Pitt story, man. She's so damn sexy. Ingrid Pitt is like the best. She's like one of the hottest women ever, I swear to God. But of course you got Peter Cushing in here, Christopher Lee, among a lot of recognizable faces. But anthology film, good stuff. I enjoy it. Get rid of my DVD now, I guess. Crucible of Horror. This was an interesting watch. I'd never seen this one before. The dude in this film, Michael Gough. Oh my God, what a dick face. This guy plays such a fucking monster, man. Such a monster. He's basically, he just shits on his family. You know, he treats his wife like shit, treats his whole family like shit, and then they get this this idea that they want to fucking kill him because he's a piece of shit. It's a good movie. I really enjoy that. It's good stuff. Daughters of Satan. Again, really fun movie, man. This is another one I hadn't seen before. I thought this was fantastic. Scream Factory's been really putting in some good work because they're releasing some films that I didn't own or seen before. That's crazy. So Daughters of Satan, this is a good one, man. It's got the infamous Tom Selleck in it. Tom Selleck in a very early role before Magnum P.I. Look at that. Look at that fucking stash. That's amazing. It's got a really cool story, actually. But he's collecting art, and he notices in this picture that one of the girls, one of the witches in this painting, resembles his wife, and all this crazy shit starts happening. It's pretty cool, man. I enjoyed it. Super Beast, which I have not checked out yet. I know if Zach's watching this, he's probably going, "You're a fucking idiot." He claims this shit's like a 10 out of 10. I know he's fucking around. It can't be, but yeah, no, I haven't checked this one out yet. I just kind of got put on the back burner. But 1972 Super Beast. I heard it's kind of weird, kind of strange. This fucking movie, man. Rockula. It's basically a musical. Like there's so many musical pieces in this shit. This is something you can watch with your kid. It's goofy. The songs are goofy. It's just, I didn't really care for it, man, to be honest. It's not like, I don't completely hate musicals. I think it's a little bit ironic that I'm not too much into musicals, considering music is like my whole life. But I don't know, man. I think it's just too, I wish it was a little bit darker, to be honest. I think it's just too PG. I think that was the problem for me. A lot of the jokes just weren't working properly for me. But it does have a couple funny moments. It was entertaining, but it wasn't that great. But yeah. Moving along with all these Scream Factories, we got Full Moon High. This is a Larry Cohen comedy horror film from 1981. Love that I love that artwork, man. That is just fantastic. The movie itself, though, again, it's very, very much of the times. It feels like Wacko, and it feels like Student Bodies, and it feels like all those other kind of spoof movies that came out at those times. It has that early 80s comedic feel. It's just the comedy back in those days to me was almost too goofy. It wasn't that smart, if I could say. I don't know. I was surprised to see Ed McMahon in this film. That's bizarre, but you know, for what it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. Larry Cohn has done so many better films than this. This is some shocking shit that he did, though. I can't believe he's actually made that movie. Nightmare at Noon. This is a Nico Masarakis film. This was fun as hell, man. I had a blast. I love how he always mashes up like different genres. You know, he's got action and horror. That's pretty much what it is, action horror type, infected zombie type shit that's going on here. Man, it's been a while. Toxin turns calm. That's right. It's basically an infection film. It's an infection film. I think people are getting infected with this toxin or whatever, and they go fucking stark raving mad. And yeah, so it's just a fight to, you know, to save this small little town and shit. Wings Hauser, Bo Hopkins, and George Kennedy. Look at that cast in the Nico Masarakis film. Fucking rights, man. This is one of the better films of the year I've actually seen. I actually bought this because I checked it out, and then I had to get the Blu-ray. And that's I Remember You. This is a... Oh, shit. Where is it from again? I think it's from Iceland. It's an Icelandic film. Yeah, it is Icelandic. Okay. So I didn't fuck that up. I'm not going to say much about this, but check it out. It's really atmospheric. It's really interesting how it comes together. It was a cool story. It was a really cool story. It was really well executed. I believe this might be one of the very first Icelandic horror films to make it internationally. So that's pretty cool, man. From IFC, Scream Factory. Good stuff. Don't Knock Twice. I enjoyed this upon first watch. I do want to rewatch it. I haven't checked out this Blu-ray yet. I watched it last year. But yeah, another don't title. So, you know me, I gotta have every don't title out there. But I did like the atmosphere in this. I thought there was a lot of good creepy shit going on in this one. I know this wasn't really a big hit with a lot of people last year. I'm not sure why. I thought it was actually a little bit better for... Which I thought was a little bit of a generic story, but it came across pretty good to me. But again, it's been a while since I've seen it. Behind the Mask, Collector's Edition. You know, it's a fantastic film, actually. It really is. The very first time I watched this when it first came out, I wasn't in love with it. I do remember that, which was back in, what, 05, 06, somewhere in there. It says 06 on here, yeah. So I wasn't, like, in love with this movie. It took me a watch or two to kind of, like, fully grasp the concept of what they were doing. Of course, that's the original artwork right there, which I actually like a lot better than... A lot of these commissioned artworks by Scream Factory aren't the best. They all look the same. But good shit. Behind the Mask. The Vampire and the Ballerina. This one is from 1962, black and white. I believe this is an Italian film, which I have not checked out yet. Just haven't gotten around to it. But that's fucking awesome. I've never seen it before. Great title for Scream Factory release. And then we got Curse of the Cat People, which is a sequel to Cat People from 1944. I enjoyed this film. I think it's good. Can't wait to check it out on Blu-ray. Actually, I'm really excited because I don't even think... Oh, no, I have the sequel upstairs. I have it up. I have the DVD. I couldn't remember if I did or not. Scream Factories of unknown origin with Peter Weller. Oh, fuck, man. This is probably legitimately one of the best killer rat films out there. It has to be up there with the best killer rat films of all time. Haven't checked out the transfer on this, but I have reviewed this movie before. It's great. It's fantastic. Check it out if you've never seen it. The Four Skulls of Jonathan Drake. Upgrade for me. Another really great film. 1959, black and white. Very, very short from what I remember. How long is this movie? 70 minutes. Fucking short. Good stuff though. Right there. Finally got around to grabbing that one. Picked up Night of Lepus, just an upgrade from my DVD. I don't even know. I'm like, really? I'm upgrading Night of Lepus? I actually had an original pressing of it too. Like, it's not even the burn-on-demand Night of Lepus. But this is fun, man. It's huge fucking rabbits, man. How can you go wrong with giant fucking rabbits? It would have been funny if they had the rabbits fucking in this. I'm just joking. Alien Predators. I watched this the other night. This one has a decent premise to it also. It just gets really fucking slow in the middle of the film, and there's too much of like this kind of love triangle bullshit happening in it. It's got this girl right here. I'm not sure what... Lynn Holly Johnson. I think that's what her name is. She's that blonde-haired girl. From Your Eyes Only. Yeah, From Your Eyes Only. She's the ice skater from the Bond film. That's what I recognized her from. But it's got some pretty good effects and pretty good gore in this, and I just wish there was more of it. I wish they had have explored that a little bit more. You could tell that the budget definitely constrained them doing more effects and stuff in this film, but yeah, but it's fun. It was actually kind of fun. And picked up the It's Alive trilogy, of course. I'd mentioned this on the podcast. The first thing I noticed about this box set is that it didn't have the remake in it, which I'm not sad about because the remake is a raging donkey shit. It's fucking bad. It's Alive 1. It Lives Again. And the masterpiece, Island of the Alive. It's Alive 3. Man, I love all these movies. But Part 3 steals the fucking show. Part 1 is like, and Part 2 are like legitimate, tons of social commentary in them. Even Part 3 even has social commentary, which is, you know, it's Larry Cohen, right? He's gonna always have that in there. But man, dude, Michael Moriarty just kills this role in here. But this movie, it's the premise and just how bonkers it goes, it's like insane. It's insane. These things on the island and breeding, oh my god. It's ridiculous. But I'm so happy that he brought Michael Moriarty back to this franchise, and you know, because he's worked with Mike Moriarty a couple times. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good box set by Scream Factory. Yeah. Alrighty, yeah, let's get into some Vinegar Syndromes here. I did notice that I do have all the ones that I have from that unboxing, so if you've seen that unboxing Vinegar Syndrome sale video, then I'm just going to rip through them anyways. So yeah, first up here, Ted V. Michaels Upgrade for me. I have like a shitty ass DVD of this, of the Doll Squad. Really fun exploitation here. I can't wait to check out the transfer on this because man, the DVD, I think it's a Troma one, I can't remember. It just looks like shit, and I don't know, Vinegar Syndrome, man, blows my fucking mind with their transfers. Like, they are the best. They take these shitty ass low budget exploitation films and they just make them like gold. Make them look like gold. Doll Squad, it's a fun film. Then we got Terror. Norman J. Warren film. Man, they like outdid themselves with this release. Like, this is why you have to get the slipcover sometimes from Scream Factory or from Vinegar Syndrome, because they do shit like this. So you got that right there, and then I think this is the original cover art. It's like on the flip side, and then you've got, you know, you've got this inside art right there for the Terror, which is, it's okay, I guess. And then you've even got this. Like, there's reversible on the reverse. It's insane what they're doing with these releases for fucking Terror. You know, the Terror is like a really strange film. It's kind of like this weird supernatural type slasher film. I've recently, since this movie's come out on Blu-ray, I've seen a lot of people review it, and everyone says they figure this movie doesn't know what it wants to be, and I think it knows exactly what it wants to be. I just think the execution is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit funky at times, because when you really think about the supernatural element and who they're killing off and stuff at certain times, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But in the end, it really does kind of make sense because it's essentially a revenge film. But I don't know, man. It's actually one of my more favorite Norman J. Warren films, so whatever. Cool. Terror. Good stuff. Then we got Bloodhook. I repeat, Bloodhook on fucking Blu-ray. This is what I love about Vinegar Syndrome having some sort of deal with Troma, is that they're putting out these films, because like the Troma DVDs of all these movies just suck. And then we get like a fully uncut version of Bloodhook in high def, and it looks fantastic. Even though this movie's way too goddamn long, it runs 111 minutes in the extended cut, it's still ridiculously, it's so much fun. It's literally about a killer fishing hook. Like, it sounds so stupid to even say that. It's ridiculous. But But it's fun. It's so much fun. It just, you can't help but stare at the screen at this. It's just mindless fun. I always love the original artwork for this. This is such a fantastic, I love that. It's great stuff. Is there, I think there's actually a flip side to this too. Yeah, there's like another artwork too. Again, you know, I know everyone's shown these, but I just feel like showing them because I feel like seeing them myself. Yeah, Bloodhook. It's fun stuff. That's a great slipcover. Very, very good stuff. Then we got Blue Vengeance. This was a really fucking fun movie, man. I'd never seen this one. In fact, I'd never even heard of this movie. And for 1989, it was I can't even remember the storyline in this one right now. Oh yeah, about this crazy dude that was obsessed with this band and this song, and he's going around killing people, and yeah, to uphold their, you know, their pact with the devil, because they wrote the song about the devil and shit. This movie goes batshit, man. It's fucking fun, man. It's really good. It's really fun shit. It surprised me. I was expecting super, super low budget, but there's a lot of different locations in here. It's got like scummy New York look and shit. It's good stuff. It's good stuff, man. I really enjoyed that. I'm glad that, like, that's what I love about these companies putting out these films. Blood Theater. I've yet to watch this one. Actually, this is like two films. Blood Theater and The Visitants. That's really cool, man, that they actually put the reverse cover art for the second film like that. And then, yeah, Blood Theater is just the slipcover. But that's pretty cool. Same director, two films. I heard both movies are terrible, but I mean, I'll be the judge of that. I like some really bad movies like Bloodhook. But yeah, this is fucking cool release, man. Really cool release. Grave Robbers. Yes. Kind of a fun movie. Kind of a fun movie. It's about this guy that picks up this chick in this diner and they just get married 5 minutes later. And anyways, they go back to this small ass town where she learns that she's not the, you know, his first wife, and all this crazy shit's happening, and with, cause he's like an embalmer, he's got a funeral house and stuff, and there's some weird kind of necrophilia shit happening, and they're doing weird shit with the dead, and it's fucking trip, man. It's a trippy film. I love, like, the cover art's fantastic too. It's good stuff. Vinegar Syndrome, just killing the game. Grave Robbers, good shit. Very fun. Sweet Sweetback's badass song. This is such a phenomenal film. Really, really good stuff. You've never seen this one. Directed by Melvin Van Peebles. Of course, he stars in the film too. Great blaxploitation stuff here. I love this. Rated X by an all-white jury. It literally says that on the... This is the reverse cover art for the people. I've taken a picture of this and posted it, and everyone's like, what the fuck artwork is that? I recognize the other one. You probably, if you're going to go buy the film, you're going to see this. I'm not sure what the slipcover version looks like. I can't remember. I got this one off Amazon. Sweet Sweetback's badass song. Baby, baby. Good stuff. So, okay, for the next ones here, I'll just kind of rip through these. Star Time. And, you know, at the time of the unboxing, I hadn't watched these, but I did watch Star Time. I really, really highly enjoyed this film. That just happened. Knew that was going to happen. Luckily, it was only like a foot drop, but on the carpet. The only room in the house that has carpet, so that's kind of a good thing. Yeah, this is a really good take on, really good social commentary on people that are insane. Basically, people that are insane and hell-bent on becoming famous. This is a really interesting take on it, and hence Star Time. I enjoyed the living shit out of this. This is fantastic. It really kind of gets into the psyche of somebody that is obsessed with being known. You know, being obsessed with being somebody, being on TV. This was good, man. I don't think it's going to be for everybody. It's a little bit artsy at times. And you may feel it might drag at times too, but I think a lot of the story in this, you know, actually makes sense because you want to get into this guy's psyche a little bit. Star Time. Good stuff, man. I really enjoyed that. Malibu High. when I did the unboxing, I said that this movie was a like a sexploitation comedy. I was getting this mixed up with something else. I was totally thinking it was a different movie because it's not it's sexploitation, but it's not a comedy at all. It's not like it's not an 80s sex comedy at all. It's from the 70s for one thing. It's basically about this girl that is really kind of struggling through school, doesn't give a fuck, hates her mom, and she just wants to make money. And so she becomes kind of a prostitute and shit, and gets kind of wound up in this world of almost like a hit girl. It's kind of fucked up. I don't know what's up with this chick on the front, but that's not the chick that's in the movie. In fact, this whole cover doesn't make sense to the movie at all. It's really... it's just so ridiculous. That shit made me buy it, though. It was worth it, though. I really enjoyed the film. This girl who stars in it, Jill Lansing, did a fantastic job. Like, her acting was amazing in this movie. I was quite blown away by it. And apparently, I was trying to look into her, and, like, she disappeared after this. Like fell off the face of the earth. Like, nobody knows where she is. And I was like, that's fucking bizarre. But, yeah, I mean, there's sex in it. That's for sure. Bloodsuckers from Outer Space. Transfer is way too good for a movie like this. Like, insanely way too good. It's still really bad, but I really enjoy the shit out of Bloodsuckers from Outer Space. It's basically about kind of like an airborne virus that makes people go insane. Essentially turn them into zombies. Yeah, it'd been a while since I've seen it. I actually watched this while I was out camping. It was raining, so I popped it in for the rainstorm. And, you know, it's fun. You know, for a 60mm film to look this good on Blu-ray, fuck. Crazy shit. Deadly Daphne's Revenge. I'd seen this movie before. It's in one of the Toxie box sets. One of those tin box sets. And I couldn't quite remember the movie. Man, this movie is fucking terrible. Like, it's so bad, it's actually bad. Like, it's insane that movies like this get releases. Like, this is a beautiful slipcover. Like, here's the alternate title, The Hunting Season, right there. But man, this shit is terrible. It's fucking awful. It's like a really bad, like, the revenge part of the film is like secondary in the story, basically. I don't know. It feels like more of a drama to me. Basically, what's happening with everything in the middle. But this girl that gets picked up by all these kind of rich hunters and shit like that, and something happens with her, of course. But it's like not. I don't want to ruin it. If you want to check it out, it's cool. But yeah, Deadly Daphne's Revenge. Ugh, it's bad. It's really bad. But yeah. Anyways, I'll rip through these ones. We got Seeds and Vapors, 2 Andy Milligan films. Sweet Sugar. These ones I haven't checked out. We got Red Mob. It's like a Russian action film. Evils in the Night, which I haven't checked out the transfer on this, but I think this movie's goofy fun. Yeah. And of course we have Welcome Home, Brother Charles. Yeah, and MMA. Pretty cool stuff. Double feature. Yeah, good stuff. And you know what I'm going to do right now? Before I get into this arrow, because I'm pretty sure I know what's in this package. I don't think I've ever done this during an update before, but I'll do a little bit of an unboxing. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to fit right into the arrow section. If it's something else, I'm going to feel stupid. But I don't think it could have been, because I knew it was coming today. Yes! That's awesome. We have the complete Sartana box set. Oh, fuck yeah. I've been wanting to see these. I've never seen any of them. I'm so excited to finally get to have these films. I'm such a big fan of westerns, spaghetti westerns, all that type of thing, man. You know me. But, yeah. You know, I think... Yeah, fucking... I love the printed boxes. That's just awesome. Got the booklet, which is fantastic. I can't remember. Okay, so this must go. If you meet Sartana, pray for your death. That's ridiculously awesome. I am Sartana, your angel of death. Dude, like, Sartana's here. Trade your pistol for a coffin. Man, this franchise might have the longest titles ever. Have a good funeral, my friend. Sartana will pay. Light the fuse. Sartana is coming. Fuck, those are like the best titles ever. That is like the coolest shit ever, man. Damn. Awesome. Yeah, I'm very happy to get this. This was not cheap. Especially in Canada here. But I said, fuck it, I want this. And Arrow puts out the best box sets. So the Sartana set, that's cool. Rest of the Arrow, Suspicious Death of a Minor. Another Sergio Martino film. Giallo, which I love. I think this movie's fantastic. Yeah, this is, the 6 Gialli that he made. I think the final of his 6 Giallis, yeah. I mean, Martino's Giallis, man. Good shit, good shit. Arrow did themselves with that one right there. The Bloodthirsty trilogy, which has the Vampire Doll, Lake of Dracula, and Evil of Dracula. I watched all these movies pretty much in a night. I think I watched 2 one night and 1 the next or whatever. These are kind of like, they're kind of like horror or Hammer horror meets Japanese type filmmaking, in a sense. They're very gothic. I liked all 3 of these. I thought they were fantastic. Very short films, 71, 82, and 83 minutes, so they're quick watches. But I liked all 3. They were actually pretty damn cool stories and shit. I think the guy that plays Dracula in the third, the Evil of Dracula, dude, that guy's fucking eyes are fucked up in that film, man. I kept thinking about it after. It was weird. And then we picked up, The Last House on the Left. Box sets. Very, very happy to finally see this in a really, really great edition. So it's got like 3 different cuts. The unrated. I think he's got 3 different cuts on it. Yeah. The soundtrack. I don't know. But yeah, this is, again, with Arrow and their box sets, man, like they outdo themselves like crazy. The artwork right there. It's so good. Last booklet. We got the poster and shit. Yeah, I'm super stoked. Comes with the soundtrack, which is fantastic. Even though I'm not really the biggest fan of the music, but I always like when, when releases put soundtracks in there. I think that's a great idea. That's another fantastic thing by Arrow. So Last House on the Left. Yeah. So that's the Arrows. Oh my god, this update is going on forever. Alright, so let's get into 88 film stuff here. I guess I'll start with this. We got Blood Harvest with Tiny Tim. Fucking music in this, man. Ah, god, I hadn't seen Blood Harvest in years. I could barely even remember it. This movie's so shitty. It's so shitty. I remember why, after I finished this movie, why I remember not liking it. It's because it's very misleading. You look at this cover and you're like, oh yeah, Tiny Tim's gonna fuck motherfuckers up. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of boring, actually, to be honest. And I think a lot of the kills aren't the greatest and shit. Some off screen, and I don't know, man. The music's catchy, though. I mean, of course, it's gonna have catchy, shitty, cheesy music from Tiny Tim. But he definitely played the clown. Like the clown role was fucking fantastic. I enjoyed it. Navajo Joe, part of the Italian collection, number 41. Where Burt Reynolds plays a Native American. And he fucks shit up in this movie, man. Straight up. Navajo Joe is a great film. Really, really fun shit. Yeah. Again, you like Westerns, man. Check out Navajo Joe. Good stuff. And we got The Mercenary. This is number 40 from the Italian line. The only one I'm missing from the Italian collection now is Cat in the Brain, which I've been reluctant to buy because I have the fucking Grindhouse Blu-ray, so I'm like, but it does have a new documentary on it, so it's kind of worth it, I guess. But we got The Mercenary with Franco Nero. Who fucking... Oh yeah, Jack Palance is in this also. I've yet to check this one out, man. Yeah, Corbucci did this one, so you know this shit's gonna be just insane, because Corbucci does awesome flicks, man. If you ever see his name on a Western, you gotta check it out. But The Mercenary, good shit right there. And finally into the Shaw Brothers collection, which I've only maybe watched 1 or 2 of these because I'm kind of saving these. I think I might actually since a lot of these have come out now, there's been like 22 or 23 releases. I might actually get to do a Shaw Brothers series of reviews. This is number 7. This is Killer Constable. Very cool stuff here. Actually, I mentioned before I was going to get to the slipcover thing. I do have a bunch of slipcovers here. I have like 5 slipcovers for, you know, a couple of films. I took them off because I do like the way they look without them, but it's also because the early Shaw Brothers Blu-rays I grabbed didn't have them, and I was missing quite a few. Now I have like 7 or 8 of them, so I might just end up giving them to some people that don't have them, because I kind of like the way they look. Anyway, I flip all the cover arts to, you know, the classics anyways. But next up here we got The Bride from Hell. Man, these have like the best artworks, man. Fuck, I just love these things. I can't wait to check this one out. This looks batshit crazy. That was number 11. Bewitched, which is number 12. I watched this. This was fantastic. Fucking strange. It's got some crazy shit happening in this. But look at that artwork though, man. That shit is amazing. It's so good. Really, really enjoyed the shit out of this. I like the way the story was told. It just goes batshit at the end. Good shit. Number 14, we got Casino Tycoon, which I can't wait to check out also. That's fantastic. One-Armed Swordman. I've seen lots of clips and I've seen lots of trailers and shit like this. So I feel like I've seen the movie. I've yet to actually watch this, but I heard this is like one of the best movies. Like, it really is just fantastically done and shit. So can't wait to check this out. Again, look at this artwork. It's just so good. So good. Then we got The Enchanting Ghost right there. Yeah, look at that shit. Fucking awesome. And then we got Infrared, Super Inframan. I don't know about this one. Like, this is kind of the oddball from the whole collection. It just looks beyond goofy. It looks like some fucking really, really bad Godzilla shit, but not Godzilla. You know what I mean? Look, it just looks so damn goofy. I can't wait to check it out. It just looks so retarded. Black Magic Part 2, which I've yet to check out. I've heard from everybody that this is better than the first one, so that's a good thing, because the first one was good, so that means this one's probably excellent. But again, just phenomenal artwork. More batshit insane. And finally, we got The Spiritual Boxer. I believe this is the slipcover. Yeah, the slipcover for Spiritual Boxer is fantastic. I love the color on this. It's really cool, man. But yeah, that's actually really nice. Gotta say, that's a beautiful one. But yeah, so Spiritual Boxer. And the reason why I'm getting some of these now, because Amazon is shipping them. UK. Spiritual Boxer slipcover. And then we got Black Magic Part 2 slipcover. Super Inframan slipcover. Bride from Hell. And One-Armed Swordman. And I think I have like 2 or 3 more upstairs, which I have, like I said, I've taken them all off because I really like the way they look on the shelf, just clean. I don't want some with slips and some with not. It just fucking bugs me. My OCD just focuses on that shit, and that's it. I just can't get over it. So, but that is going to do it for this monstrosity 2-part haul. I'm sure this was like a 2-hour haul video. But that's everything I picked up. I always have more stuff on the way, but hopefully I can get back into making some videos. Things have kind of cooled down here for the next couple weeks, it seems like. So I should be able to do some stuff here. And but yeah, that's going to do it for the update, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below, your thoughts. If you've seen any of these things, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. And I'll check you guys in the next video. For shout. Deuces.